Okay, guys, listen up, please. Listen up. Now, I don't want to put any undue pressure on you all here, but if we don't beat PSV today at home, we may well go pointless through the Champions League, and that's going to make me look really stupid. So, guys, just go out there and, just win.
Synger sammen til segerskroppen Maltan Grindavik Og jeg vet Hvis mannen gjør I dag
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream, Season 10, Episode 8 today, and we have two big games in the Champions League, at home to PSV in what may be the only game we have a chance of winning, and then away to Benfica, which, given how we went away to Atletico Madrid, maybe we're a chance there of picking something up, to be fair. Now, what we have here is our league medal winners, all 25 of them. You can see there their performances in terms of goals and assists this season. I do think a little shout out to our little Australian gem there in Bakali. That is quite the return for a central midfielder. I did not realise he had been quite that good this season. Now, I don't think these are all league appearances because obviously we don't play 36 games in the league. But yeah, it's good to see how players are getting on in terms of stats. And I did post the entire squad on the Discord earlier, so if you want to see everybody, not just the players that are eligible for the league, then all that information is there for you as well. But there we go, those are our league winners. Now there are some other things to clean up for the end of the league season, and the first of those should probably be the games that we had left. There was 4 of them, I believe, the first of which was against Vikingur. Gisarasen opened the scoring in style before Depe crossed for Gadini to make it 2-0 in the second half. So just a very comfortable, easy win. They didn't really muster anything on goal at all. And yeah, we dominated the game. It's one of those that we probably should have won by more, but we've already won the league. So, I think the players just going to take their foot off the gas, to be honest. Next up, we had 2 games against FH in a row. I think there was 2 games in 3 days against the same team. First up, I believe we were away from home. So let's see how that went. Turpinson picked out Gadini to give us an early lead. And the same 2 combined for our second. But FH pulled one back before half-time. Ormarkson played in Dagbajartsen to make it 3-1. Before they combined again for our 4th. And Rojas came off the bench to make it 5-1. So we more or less dominated the game. Obviously disappointing to concede a goal, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And, it was not necessarily our stronger team out there as well, but Dartson, I tell you, he just keeps impressing me. Dagbajartsen hasn't played much this year, some due to injury, some just down to the fact we've got a few decent right wingers at the club. But he looked quite good. The 2 boys in midfield did a good job. Just a really, really strong performance from us. So that was the away leg, I suppose. Let's go and see how we did a day later, or 2 days later, I should say, a day's rest, as we face them at home. Nelum picked out Bakali to open the scoring. And it was roles reversed moments later for our second. Bakali smashed in a third. Before Wemberto played in Alaku for our 4th. And Nella made it 5-0 at half-time. Before FH got one back in the second half. So we were just too good for them. They got a red card early in the first half as well, which obviously didn't help them. We took the second half off as well, to be honest. This was sort of a little bit of a warm-up for the European squad, for the most part. A few, obviously, there would not be in the European team. But yeah, Bakali, Nelum, Wemberto out there, they all played well. So it was good to see, apart in the first half anyway. Second half, like I said, we just kind of took the afternoon off. Final game of the league season was against Grotta. Now they, I think, were already relegated on the last day when we faced them. We were obviously already champions, so let's see how a top versus bottom played out. Immonen opened the scoring. And Palacios' safe shot fell for Baltinson to make it 2-0. So again, we just absolutely cruised through the game. Jofferson coming back from injury was not match sharp, so we gave him 90 minutes. He did fine. A couple of players here that I thought might be useful to keep fresh for Europe. So I think it was Immonen, Astadi, Mashalek, and there was a couple more I took off as well. Palacios perhaps, and probably Baltinson, looking at the subs that I made. They came off early in the second half, just to make sure that they weren't too knackered if we do need them in Europe the upcoming game, because this was the weekend, this was the Saturday, and Europe is coming up with either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I think it's the Tuesday. So let's have a look at how the league table did end up. And of course, the good news about Grota being relegated is no more Kit Clash Derby, so that's excellent. KR went down with them as well. Now, KR had 2 of our strikers on loan, so that doesn't bode well for them, does it? That they couldn't keep a team up. But there we go. Breeder Blink, Folgner, and Vela will be the teams joining us in Europe next season. Breeder Blink in the Europa League, so gives them a little bit of a chance to parachute. So we'll see what happens with them on that front. But the other things we have to catch up on in the league. It was a record points scored in the league, 63 from 66, which was available. Most wins as well. We broke that record. We scored most goals. We beat our own record by a single goal, so we needed 2 against Greta at the end there, and we got it. Gadini was the Golden Boot winner, despite only playing 9 games of a 22-game season. He scored 12 goals and won the Golden Boot, so that's amazing. And goal of the year, the Gisarasen goal that we saw in the Vikinger game, that was second in goal of the season. So well done to old Robbie there. That's excellent. But we are all, of course, about European football right now. So let's go and see what we're doing here against PSV. Now, PSV, just to try and give us some sort of hope here, lost 4-0 at home to Galatasaray in their first group game. So fingers crossed that is not a fluke scoreline, and that's the sort of team we're going to be coming up against, because I'd fancy us against Galatasaray, particularly at home. So yeah, let's see what we get here from them. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1, and the team that we are sending out, it is Rafferson in goal. It is Tom Jones, Degen, Christensen, and Juleson as the back 4. It's Jonsson, Wemberto, Bakali, Kosh is going to play this one. Now, is he match sharp here? No, hang on. Let's get it over here. He's not completely match sharp, but he's good enough, I think, to get the start. Nellam will play on the left. Alaku will go up top. We do have Palacios to come in and face and replace, I should say, Kosh if we need him to. Ideally, he'll learn to pass, though, when there's 2 men open in the box this time. Alright, so let's have a look at these team sheets. Now, I was told in the pre-game press stuff that this guy was the man to look out for. We have scouted a few of these guys as well. De Haas is a decent midfielder, though he's on the bench, which makes me a little bit concerned, to be honest. But it's the sort of game that, like I say, the fact that we're at home, we do kind of need to win. It's important to make full advantage of our home ground. We do need to do that. We're not sort of getting the full Icelandic advantage in September. And hopefully we don't need it, to be honest. It's we can just beat them on merit. But yeah, of course, just a quick reminder, we are looking for our Viewers Player of the Year nominations. So let me know those if you haven't already. We've probably got a couple of episodes before we need to vote on that. But you can nominate, obviously, as many as you like. And we will, as I said, get the list together of nominees. And then it's a single vote if you're not familiar with how the system works by now. But yeah, no, the other thing I did ask the board to do actually was to expand the stadium. They didn't want to do it because of the cost. I do feel like it's sort of the next step. The issue we have in doing it is that obviously we don't sell out for the league games, so that's why they're sort of reluctant to do it. But I do wonder if it's worth doing just when Berto wins the header. All right, here we go. Alaku with space to turn. He's got Kosh with him on his outside. If he wants to use him, he does. Can we go? Oh, nice little 1-2. Alaku is in. Alaku! Oh, he had to go across the goalkeeper, didn't he? He went near post. He had to go far post. Kosh with a corner. Can we get the early goal? It's near post. It's another 1-2. It's offside, is it? Oh, that was silly, guys. All right. Commiserations too to any Southampton fans that are watching. I meant to say that earlier in the week. Kind of sad to see them go, actually. Remember fondly Letizier as a player. Less so as a Twitter person. But here we go. Alaku's in again. Alaku! Oh, it's just wide. It's going to be another corner. Well, we have to ask ourselves, would Boutenson have taken those chances? Kosh whips the corner in. It's back post. It's over the top. Just roof of the net. And here we go again. Kosh, look at Bakali, edge of the area. There's no one anywhere near him. He picks it up. He's going to get closed down there. And we take our time, build from the back. Jonsson to Juleson. There's the ball. Alaku might be offside. Again, he still can't play in the back of the net. Do we call it on him already and bring Boutenson or Gadini on? You'd fancy one of those two, if not both of them, would have scored at least one by now. And Thomas Christensen has a second goal for the club. Excellent stuff. We'll give them some praise for that. It's been coming, hasn't it? 14 minutes in, 15 minutes in, and we could easily be 4 or 5 up. But nice little knockdown from Degen, the two centre-backs combining, and we go 1-0 up. All right, can we get a second goal and start to make this feel a little bit more comfortable? I mean, it does feel comfortable already, but you know what I mean? Make the scoreboard have the same level of comfort that the performance feels like it deserves. Jones goes back there. Bakali to Degen. Come on, boys. Come on. Wemberto for Julison. Julison looking for Eleku. He's surely offside. That's the one he finishes, but he's surely off. Obviously, VAR will check it, but I'd be fairly confident he's not there. Oh, he is that quick. Well, I did not. Who's played him on? Oh, the right back's going to play him on. Look. The right back is going to play him on. Good first touch. Good finish. Do we get another look? I reckon it's Vonk. It's surely the right back that's played him on here. Yeah, it is too. Look at that. So no wonder the centre-backs are thinking he's offside and behind them. And the right back over there's not paying attention. All right, we do come straight back. Now, if we can get a third goal, then we do start to feel a bit more confident, don't we? And maybe the Galatasaray result is not a sort of a one-off for them. Here we go. There's their danger man. Tom Jones lets his man in behind. Does well, though, to block it. Rafferson claims the loose ball. And do we have more from this highlight? This was, of course, a kickoff highlight originally. Oh, nice knockdown there. Aleku to Nelum. Nelum back to Aleku. Can Aleku get 2 in a minute? Oh, the goalkeeper has thrown it in his own net. And we do have 2 in a minute. It is, it is 3-0, 20th minute of the game. Look at that, Aleku, beautiful knockdown for Nelum. Nelum just drew in the defence, played it straight back, and the goalkeeper will want that back, won't he? It's a Tayibi moment, is the one that springs to mind. Though I don't think he just played tunnel ball, didn't he? And that's such a dated reference that there will be people that are watching this that were born after that happened. I've really got to update my my references, don't I? So we have Nice in our group, and they're beating Galatasaray. So that is maybe a little bit of a form guide for how we can expect to do there. And Benfica is beating Shakhtar. Now, we don't have Shakhtar, I don't think, do we? Because that'd be a game like Aleku is surely offside this time as well, yeah. I tell you what, he's like Pipo Inzaghi, isn't he? That's probably another very dated reference. But yeah, he's just running on that last man's shoulder. Don't let complacency creep in. We need to keep this going. The one good thing about the Atletico Madrid result was that it didn't do much damage to our goal difference. Obviously, and again, I'm recording this before that episode has gone out, but at least we kept our goal difference intact. There will be teams go to Atletico Madrid, I would imagine, and at this point probably hope as well, that teams will go there and lose by more than a goal. So that is good. Oh, and it's another one. Thomas Christiansen has a double. It is 4-0, and this is now really helping the goal difference, isn't it? And PSV, I thought this was a game we could win, but they look a very poor side, don't they? So it's a double for Aleku, I think, isn't it? And a double for Christiansen. Who takes the penalty if we get one, I wonder? Atletico Madrid, I think I just saw Atletico Madrid were beating Liverpool at Anfield. Next time there's no highlight, well, hopefully it'll still be there and we can confirm that. But if that's the case, if they go to Anfield and win, then suddenly that result looks absolutely magnificent, doesn't it? Aleku's in, Aleku! Across the face of goal. Now, can we see... Yeah, 2-0, they're winning. So that result against Atletico Madrid, now it could be that they were just underestimating us in the first half, got their rocket in the second half, and then looked a much better team than us. Degen has done very well there. But yeah, so that's a good sign, I think. Here we go, Nelum. There's a ball for Aleku. Aleku, he's going to be, referee, I think. Now, my instinct last time was that he was offside and it was wrong. I feel like he's onside this time. And he is, and he has a hat-trick. Aleku, a European Champions League hat-trick. He's 18th of the season. So he's already working out at less than £1 million a goal in his first season, which is not bad. Obviously, we would hope he would do that season after season. And how close was it? Yeah, no, it didn't look close, to be honest, at the, watching it live, but you can sometimes, those things can look a bit misleading. Jonsson wins the header. Bakali down for Christensen. Jonsson, it's there for Wemberto. Nellam knocks it back in front of goal. Oh, Alku. I tell you what, he should have a fourth on that one, shouldn't he? And let's see. Ideally, now we'll keep a clean sheet as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We're not going to do it though. And it is 5-1. We'll just give it a little bit of a focus. And yeah, maybe just clocking off a little bit there. Juleson did okay, just didn't quite go with him with that last burst. Degen got a block in, and then it could have gone anywhere. And unfortunately for us, it went straight back to the PSV player. So 5-1 is a very, very nice return to form in the Champions League. Everybody played well. Aliku got a hat-trick, Christensen with a double, and I think we can be very happy with that. So that shoots us up, doesn't it? We're up there in 9th now. Now, of course, we had the Tuesday game, so there's going to be other teams to play yet that haven't already. Atletico Madrid did indeed go and beat Liverpool 2-0. So yeah, that result, the first game of the season, of the group I should say, doesn't look so bad now. So 5-star Grindavik triumph, money in the bank, Aliku with a hat-trick, and it's all happy days. All right, guys, wait right there. We're off to Portugal next to face Benfica. All right, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Benfica. We're going to have to do it without Aliku, who was injured playing for Romania. So a hat-trick man from the last game is missing for this one, which is a bit of a kick in the backside. But anyway, let's have a look and see what we're doing here. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1, same formation out of Benfica. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is Rafferson in goal, Jones, Degen, Christensen and Juleson, Jonsson, Wemberto and Bakali. Now, we did have an international break, but they've all come back other than Aliku, ready to go. Kosh, Nellam and Baltenson will come in up front and hopefully add to his 29 goals he has already this season. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. That's the guy that Chelsea signed, isn't it, recently? Carvalho, I think, is a real player. Abel Ruiz was a player we've had a couple of times, I think, actually. So there are some players that are actual real-life players there. Now, the other man that's missing for us, although he's not really a starter necessarily these days, is Jose Antonio. He's got a bit of an injury, so he's missing for this one. But Jonsson's first choice anyway, so hopefully we wouldn't have needed him or don't need him. All right, and here we go. So a 4-4-2 is actually what we're going to get out of them. So that makes me wonder a little bit if we really want to go 2-on-2 at the back with them. But, I mean, Abel Ruiz is a good player. I mean, that's not anybody that plays at this level is obviously a good player. But he's not Erling Haaland, is he? He'll get a hat-trick, of course, now I've said that. But we don't know what the other striker necessarily is like. But I really like the Grindavik shirt in this. It looks like it's made for the Champions League, doesn't it? Very, very nice indeed. Reminds me a little bit of the old Parramatta Power shirt back in the day, although that was more yellow and with the blue shorts. Anyway, here we go. Away from home, of course. Last time we were away from home, amazing start. 2-0 up at half-time, and then second half happened. Let's see if we can replicate the first half and then replicate the first half in the second half. Here we go with Bakali, looking for Wemberto. It was sort of a bit of a nothing pass, really, wasn't it? We've been called out horribly at the back. And, Abel Ruiz, there it is. He's no Erling Haaland. And we get away with that. It was a terrible pass from Bakali, wasn't it? It's almost like he didn't know if he should be passing it to, it was Wemberto and Kosh, I think, were the two, weren't they? And he didn't really know where he wanted it to go. Juleson picks that up. Neil Baltenson kind of wins it back, but not really. Oh, not the penalty. We don't look at it right now, do we? We look all at C here. So let's try... I don't know what to do. We just need to settle down, really, don't we? I mean, it just is a penalty. There's no... Hopefully it's not a red card, actually. I don't think it's... It shouldn't be a red card and a penalty, right? It should... Not even a yellow. All right. Can Rafferson do us a big favour here? Rafferson, no, he cannot. He's lost his penalty-saving mojo this season a little bit, hasn't he? A fourth of the season for Abel Ruiz. He was always going to score, of course, when I said he's no Erling Haaland. But I stand by that. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. I don't think even he himself would be too upset about not being... I mean, there's nobody's Erling Haaland, really, are they? Here we go. Nellam over a free kick. Oh, Nellam! I didn't know he could do that, and that is cleared away. And let's see what we can do here. Now, they've got wide midfielders as opposed to wingers. All right, let's try a higher defensive line and stepping up. I think we were expecting them to be a controlled possession side. So let's maybe even invite crosses. If they're not going to look to cross the ball, then we'll let them cross it. But we'll try and put a bit of pressure on them higher up the pitch here and see what we can do with that. Come on, boys. Come on. Ball over the top. Christensen doesn't quite get there, does he? Julison, that's your man, mate. What are you marking the centre forward for? Oh, dear. This is reminding me of second half versus Atletico Madrid. Oh, is he onside? He might be off. The linesman flag is up. I think he went just a little bit too early there. It is disallowed. Okay, so we get away with that. We almost just need to get to half-time at 1-0. Yeah, he is a mile off. Just get to half-time at 1-0 and try and just build a bit of confidence back. Wemberto. Christensen. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, Kosh has been caught in possession now. Oh, Rafferson doesn't get there. I've said the wrong thing pre-game, I think. I should have just taken the pressure right off us because this isn't the Grindavik side that we know, is it? Caught in possession again, early ball forward, and Rafferson, he's got to commit more, doesn't he? He's just got to go for it. If he takes the man, he takes the man. It's that simple, isn't it? Just calm down, boys. You're anxious, you're frustrated, and we're 2-0 down. Can we channel our Atletico Madrid here? Okay, you're unlucky, boys. You're not doing much wrong. You're doing a lot wrong, but let's not tell you that. And we have a kickoff highlight. Here we go. Bakali. Have we managed to just convince them that they can play football again? Degen. Forward there for Bakali. Bakali turns into a little bit of space, but loses out to Abel Ruiz, who is very much an Erling Haaland. Come on, boys. This is good pressure. Albert Jonsson wins it back. What can he do now? Ball into the middle. It's headed away. We win it back through Bakali. Bakali for Boutenson, who goes deep. This is okay. We're probing away. There's the ball. Look at Square it. Square it. He's gone back for Nella. And we have opened the second half with a goal inside a minute. And that is more like it, boys. Much, much more like it. Let's praise them. And, well, this is more intent, isn't it? Much more intent. Bakali, I thought, maybe the pass wasn't on first time, but he kept his head. Back to Nellum, and Nellum, we don't always see that much of him, do we? But he does score goals. And that is very nice. Game back on very much so here. Here we go now with Kosh. Kosh keeps possession nicely. Boutenson can't quite win the header. And there's the ball over the top. Is Christensen playing him on? Oh, dear. It's going to count, isn't it? All right, I don't think the pushing up is working. We don't have the pace back there to do that. That's the problem. And very quickly, the 2-goal lead is restored. Yeah, and then we were very much isolated as well, weren't we? Degen, yeah, just wasn't quite where we needed to be there. Defensive shape looked a little horrifying, to be honest. Let's encourage them. We did do a little bit of work on defending free kicks and corners, and you wouldn't know it looking at that. And suddenly, the highs of the Nellum goal have just disintegrated. Boutenson can come off for Gadini. Yeah, we need to be doing a little bit better there from a corner, don't we? That was quite disappointing. Jones is only playing. He's playing a 6-2. Let's get Depe on for him. What we don't want to do, of course, and we're already mostly done it, is undo all the good work we did against PSV in terms of goal difference. There we go. Jonsson did a good job there. Gadini brings it down for Kosh. Now Kosh is quick. He's got Bakali with him. He's got Nellum with him as well. Can he pick the pass? Is Nellum onside? I don't know if he wasn't, and the goalkeeper saved it anyway. Let's try and demand more, maybe. We've looked anxious and frustrated throughout, though, haven't we? I've definitely got the team talk wrong at the start. Away from home, I've just got to take the pressure off them. Kosh is looking tired and not having a great game, so we'll get Palacios on for him. Yeah, Degan's not having a great game. It's just, let's try just a no pressure shot, see if that helps us at all. Yeah, see, that's what we needed. We needed to take the pressure off. And unfortunately, yeah, we've not done that. And when we got back to 2-1, that was the chance, wasn't it? And they almost instantly went back and got their 2-goal lead. And, well, they got 2 very quickly there, didn't they? We just kind of fell in a heap. So a very good result today and a very disappointing result, I'd say. Yeah, we're not happy, not good enough. That just wasn't good enough. So we take a little bit of a hit there, don't we? We go all the way down there to 20th, so that's not ideal. Still where we need to be, of course, inside that top 24, but there's some big teams outside. PSV having an absolute nightmare. Look at that. 3 games, -10 goal difference, and no points. So, yeah, not great from them. But youthful Grindavik come unstuck. Manager slams team. We've got the Icelandic boss looking at a few. We did actually get... Unison was called up to the Icelandic squad, an international break between the 2 games. So that was good. First time he's been called in, so well done to him. But yeah, like I say, that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. Liverpool at home, Nice at home. If we can get 3 points from one of those games, Nice, that would be very nice, wouldn't it? All right, I'm here all week. See you later, guys. Take care.